I really do want an audience this morning. I've got a feeling, yes, I've got a feeling I'm going to get myself into trouble. But this, what I'm going to be talking about this morning, is a brilliant, and I mean brilliant way of me getting over a point about actors and mentality and all of that. All right. If you are coming on and you're starting to join us, obviously say hello. But I also want you to know I also want to know if you already know about it, what you think about Spotlight's decision to have a two-tier subscription model. All right. So instantly, as you come on, if you know about it and you've heard about it, let me know what you think. Instantly, what your first thoughts are about Spotlight's decision to have a two-tier system. I think basically Spotlight for adults has been about 160 quid a year, and then they were going to do a second tier with added support and different bits and bats for 264 quid for the first year, rising to 294 pounds beyond, right? For this kind of second tier system. Now, where you obviously get more, but I want to know from you why, if you have a problem with it, okay? Um, Ryan says, "Hi, they changed it back without because everyone was complaining." Yes, they did. Richard says, "Yes, I have joined already, but they've rolled back, Richard, so you can't. But they must have tiered you back down again straight away because they." Richard says they haven't. Right? Okay, interesting. All right. Um, it's a very, very interesting subject for me. Really interesting subject. Because I think that the backlash, the mentality, and everything about Spotlight's premiere subscription really does back up everything I have to say about this industry. It like literally is the embodiment of my 99% to my 1% rule. And just to give you a quick update, 99% of actors don't make a full-time living from this industry, 1% do. And that's because 1% of the industry have a certain mentality and 99% of this industry have a different mentality. Okay? So the 1% of actors that make a living from this industry would go for the Spotlight premiere instantly. No problem, no holds bars, they would just go for it. Okay? Why? Because they have a certain mentality. The mentality that would get them to achieve in the end. Okay? The 99% of actors that have basically had an uproar about a company like Spotlight creating a new, a tiered level subscription have gone mental. But that's because they've got a 99% mentality, the type of actor that will not make a full time career from this industry. Okay? So, any actors that have come on here, let me know what you think about Spotlight deciding that they're going to give extra support, extra help, and charge you a bit more for it. Now, let me break this up. Number one, 99% of actors out there, like I say, the 99% of actors that potentially probably won't make a living from this industry, just don't understand the fact that they are a business and Spotlight are a business, and every single TV program, film, movie that you want to be on is a business. Okay? You have to accept that, you have to get over it, and you have to work with it. Okay? Yes, you can go from being in the 99% to the 1% with just a shift in perspective. 100%. And the biggest shift in perspective is this: understand that Spotlight is a business. Understand that every film you ever get involved in, TV show, everything is a business. And most of all, understand that you are a business if you're an actor. So if you were the 1% of actors that genuinely make it, who understand that they're a business, then they would also understand that Spotlight's a business. And they would understand that actually, that basically business is all about the fair value of exchange. So what Spotlight did as a business is said, right, we've got clients and customers that want more from us. So we're going to bring in lots and lots of different features, but because our clients are mainly actors and their businesses, they will understand that we will require the fair value of exchange for doing more work and bringing out more features. But of course, 99% of actors who don't want really to ever have anything to do with business, okay, or don't think that they're a business or don't understand business, just went, no, we're not paying more. But if for instance, I don't know, if you went out to a craft market and it was everything was handmade and it was spent, someone had spent hours on it, you would pay a little bit more. Spotlight have literally created more features and you have to pay more for it. I love it. Let's have it. Freddie, you're brilliant. I don't entirely agree with you. Good. Since just because an entity is a business doesn't mean what they offer is worth what they offer. It's worth looking into, and I have. Good, Freddie. Fantastic. Okay. I fully agree with you. Okay. And I'm glad that you've looked into it. And in fact, do you know what? If you think that it's not worth it for you, what you've got to remember, Freddie, is they've given you the option. So they've given you the option for you to, and this is what every business does. It's like, it says like, look, my business, okay, I am a business and I love it. I offer things for free. So I'm on here for free, offering value. Actors, if they just went for all my free content, could become an amazing actor just from the things I offer for free. Then I scale up and I offer the cheapest, and I mean the best value acting classes in the country, if not the world, based on the fact that it's professional, they get so much for their money, and it starts at like 50 quid a month for adults and 30 quid for kids. Then I offer an academy class, which is like 99 quid a month, but the value that I offer for that 99 quid is ridiculous. The casting director comes and watches them perform every month. So much happens. And then I go right up to mentoring clients where it's, where it costs a little more than that. But the point is I offer full value for it. But what I also say to people, Freddie, just on the back of your point, is you don't have to sign up to it. It's just an option and a feature option. And it's up to you to decide, because it's not of value to everybody all at once. The Spotlight Premiere might not have value for somebody else, but might have value for you. It might not, Freddie, it might not ring with you as being good value, but it might be to another actor. But Spotlight have to have options, Now, for me, it also represents an actor's mentality. So, from what little I know of it, because they've pulled a lot of the material because lots of people have complained about it, but from what little I can see about it, they were offering extra support with things like voiceover. They're offering health and well-being support. They were probably a bit of what I do in terms of mindset and stuff like that. They were offering audition advice, career advice, and basically things that are going to help actors. Now, I don't understand why actors think that they could just get all that for free. And the worst bit is, and listen, this is my absolute point. So if you're not going to listen to anything, listen to this. It was for the first year, it was a jump from 160 to 240 pounds a month. That's 80 quid. So it was actually only 80 pounds per year difference. Now, here's people who are going to go, well, actors can't afford that. Actors can't, there's people who are struggling and students. If you are an actor, a proper actor, you could pick up the phone, and by the way, everybody has a phone, and offer and make a deal to do some one-on-one, to do some role play work, and you would get more than that in one thing. But the fact is that actors aren't business minded and wouldn't then go, and it's 80 quid. If you literally got off your butt and offered your acting services out to one company and said, look, I need to get 80 quid together to literally raise, my Spotlight subscription to get all these enhanced features, and it costs 80 quid, and I want to get 80 quid, and I will offer to do role play and help train some of your customers. I can't think of a CEO from any company in the whole country that wouldn't say yes. But actors don't have a mindset where they understand business and won't do it. They won't do it. If anybody on here who is an actor and didn't want to pay the extra 80 quid for a year to be on Spotlight Premiere, come to me and I will tell you exactly what to do, and I will get you that 80 quid within 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I will get you that 80 quid. With your skills as an actor, I will get you that 80 quid within 10 minutes. Why? Because I've got an entrepreneurial mindset like you should have, but you clearly haven't if you are literally complaining about Spotlight Premiere. Okay? So that's my point. A company, which Spotlight is saying, look, we've only got 2 tiers, but we want to introduce more products and services, and we don't want everybody to have to pay for it. So what we're going to do is very kindly, we are going to just keep the original one, but we do have loads of products and services, and people are going to have to pay for it. And because I'm an entrepreneur, business person, and because, like actress Laura Morgan Kelly says, she's got a 2-1 in business degree, and I'm an actor, so yeah, I have side hustles to pay for stuff. Exactly. All right. That's how it works. And in fact, side hustles, actress Laura Morgan Kelly, you don't need side hustles. You can use your business degree to actually act for a living. Maybe your side hustles are around acting. Now, what does everyone think? I want to hear some comments. All right. By the way, when I do this is a debate, right? I haven't got all the facts. So if you literally have, and I am very, very amenable to listening to people and saying I'm wrong as well. All right. I'm avidly following to see how things change coming up. Yep, absolutely, Freddie. And thank you so much for your feedback. You're amazing. Let's have a look, see what anyone else has got to say. Hey. They changed it back. Ryan, they haven't. It's still coming out. It's on hold, Matt. Brilliant. So we've got the update. Can you go from being the 95%? I've dealt with that one. I don't have an opinion on Spotlight 2-tier system because I haven't done my research on it, but I do understand that Spotlight is a business, so it probably does make sense to do it. What does everyone else think? Does everyone else agree? What would you do if you were Spotlight as a next business step from a big negative backlash? That's a really interesting question. Do you know what? I would get me to be the bad cop. And I'd probably copy this video, put it out, and then release it on the back of it. Because I am the only person in this industry that dares say to actors, look, you are the problem. Your mentality is the problem. You are a business as much as Spotlight is a business, as much as everything else. And just because, and coming up and saying, look, and recognizing that they've got all these products and features and you don't want to pay for it, that is just the mentality that will not have you succeed. If you think that, you won't succeed. Because until you realize you're a business and until you get your entrepreneurial mindset on, doesn't matter when now or you're an established actor, you won't emerge as an actor without an entrepreneurial mindset. And that same entrepreneurial mindset will stop you from wanting to pay for extra features and products and services. That's what businesses do. They improve their products and services, and then when they do, they don't work for nothing. If I improve my whole offering, it takes so much work behind the scenes, planning, implementing. I don't work for free. I want paying for that from my clients and customers. Okay, Spotlight will as well. We've got teams coming up with all this stuff. All of these people that are literally like talking about, oh, actors shouldn't work for free, but apparently Spotlight should. Should Spotlight work for free? This is why it just makes no sense, guys. Makes no sense the way that you know this backlash against Spotlight. And they were so kind. They said, "Look, if you don't want to pay for it, we're not just going to up our whole subscription." They said, "Look, we're going to keep the bottom tier affordable for everybody, and we're only going to offer it as a second tier." They didn't have to do that. They're a monopoly. Literally are a monopoly. They didn't have to do that. But they created it as a second tier and left the original tier in place. If it was me, shock, I wouldn't have even left that tier in place, because I tell you what, if an actor cannot find 80 quid in a year, they are not cut out to be an actor, because they should be able to literally have the entrepreneurial mindset to hustle and get £80. That's the truth. All right. Have I been a bit feedback? Have I been a bit harsh this morning? But sometimes actors just need telling, and I think sometimes I put off a lot of people, but the people who work with me appreciate my honesty, because I sometimes genuinely feel like I'm the only person that's honest in this whole industry to actors. Everyone pussyfoots around and says, "Look, yeah, oh, poor things, you probably can't find 80 quid a year." Really? Really? If you, and I will put this challenge, if you were one of the ones that complained about Spotlight having this second tier that was 80 quid more, okay, then inbox me and I will, within 10 minutes, find a way to get 80 quid for you. I will tell you. I will give you free advice, okay? All right. Final one. I think that because of this, some people will ill-advise people in this industry by telling them not to join Spotlight. Why would you do that? Absolutely. All right. Okay, the debate is over. Let me know what you think. Even if you're late to this, don't worry about putting comments, and let me know what you think, because I will reply. All right. £80 a year for extra subscription. It's just a no-brainer. Why? Why did we have this backlash? It's the most stupidest, ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Much love, everyone. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing one. Stay positive. And I will be on very soon for another live.